demons are some of the best in the game, and the new Death Guard book is pretty strong too. So what if we got our proverbial chocolate and our peanut butter like an extremely grody Reese's Peanut Butter Cup? That's the question Tallyband Summoners is looking to answer. If you'd like to read more about this detachment, head over to goonhammer.com. Link in the description. Detachment Rule: Reverberent Rancidity. All demons have the Plague Legions keyword. You can include Plague Legions units in your army up to 500 points in Incursion games, 1000 points in Strike Force games, and 1500 points in Onslaught games. Whenever a Plague Legions unit is within 7 inches of a Death Guard unit, the Plague Legions unit gets the Nurgle's Gift army rule, and the Death Guard unit gets an extra 3 inches to their contagion range. Your goal is to keep your Death Guard and Demon units near each other, and fortunately they help each other out enough to make it worth it. Nurgle demons struggle against good armor saves, so getting to use Rattlejoint Ague to buff their AP goes a long way to boost their killing power. Alternatively, handing out a -1 to hit debuff courtesy of Skull Squirm Blight makes your demons even harder to kill, ensuring they stick around for the long game. Boosting the contagion range of your regular Death Guard units is also a decent buff, though it's not quite as substantial as giving demons the Nurgle's Gift rule. The enhancements here mostly go on Death Guard models, while one can only go on a Great Unclean one. Beckoning Blight lets you deep strike Plague Legions units outside of 6 inches of enemy units, so long as they're within 12 inches of the Death Guard model with the enhancement. It gets your demons in closer, faster, and makes for a more reliable charge out of deep strike. Fell Harvester gives your Death Guard dude 2 extra attacks on his melee weapons. It's probably best on a Demon Prince or a Lord of Boxes. Entropic Knell can only go on a Great Unclean one, and forces Battleshock tests on enemy units below starting strength within 6 inches. Forcing Battleshock tests is pretty hit or miss, but they're taken at a -1, the Great Unclean one's got a huge footprint, and Nurgle demons have a few combos that work well with this. Tome of Bounteous Blessings turns your Malignant Plague Caster into a Demon Babysitter, letting your Plague Legions units heal wounds when they take Battleshock tests, or return dead models if they're battle line. If Nurglings had battle line in this book, this would be an auto take, but otherwise, it's just solid. The stratagems are mostly geared toward demon units, though a few of them focus on interactions between the two halves of your army. You might think Persistent Pests refers to YouTube commenters, but it's actually to Nurglings. When a Nurgling unit is destroyed, you can bring them back. It's only once per game, but at 1 command point, it's a good deal. Clutching Corruption gives full rerolls to hit in melee to one of your Death Guard units, so long as their target is in engagement range with one of your demon units. Chuck some cheapo Nurglings into combat and get your Death Guard fishing for crits. All Is Rot lets you blast away at an enemy unit engaged with one of your demon units. For every wound you cause, you'll have to roll a die, causing mortal wounds to your own unit for every 5 up. It's a great way to tar pit something and still get some damage done. Fleshy Avalanche sounds like the setup to a "your mom" joke, but instead lets your Great Unclean ones move through walls. With their movement and base sizes, it's difficult to clear a building you were standing behind, but this is great for maneuvering around terrain. Avatars of Decay gives one of your demon units a 6-inch contagion range. It's useful insurance in case you can't get a Death Guard unit near them, and it's super helpful early in the game when you can use it on an infiltrating unit of Nurglings to trip -1 saves on a key target for your shooting phase. Mire Slick prevents an enemy unit from falling back from one of your demon units on a failed leadership test, provided they're not a vehicle or monster. It's always nifty to have, and you have a lot of ways to modify leadership in this army, so you can make this that much more reliable. While Nurgle demons aren't the meanest on the offensive, they're solid utility pieces that can complement your slower, heavier hitting Death Guard units. Letting those demons put off contagions only enhances that utility roll and gives you a big stinky toolbox to add on top of your Death Guard. You're likely starting your list here with a Great Unclean one, then considering Rodigus, and if you're feeling spicy, another Great Unclean one. Their -1 toughness aura stacks with the standard Contagion aura for a nasty combo, and Rodigus hands out some fantastic buffs and debuffs too. From there, you're looking at a big unit of Nurglings for Persistent Pests, and probably a unit of Plague Bearers to sticky objectives. Drones are also valuable, providing full rerolls to wound for your demons. On the Death Guard side of things, you want to put a lot of bodies on the table to help keep your demon buffs going, and some Plague Burst crawlers in the back to support them. Now let's go over the strengths and weaknesses. All Will Rot. If you're getting your Death Guard units up with your demons, you're likely going to get everything in your opponent's army in contagion range quickly. Access to the good demons. Nurgle demons are some of the best of the bunch, and you get to spend half your points on them. Solid stratagems. Almost all the stratagems have great play and will help you stick to your game plan. Now unfortunately, the enhancements are kinda weak. They're not bad per se, but only Beckoning Blight really stands out. Demons also don't get that much stronger. Contagions are great, but with their boosted range, your Death Guard are likely going to be doing just fine without too much demonic assistance. And also, it's a relatively low power level detachment. While there's plenty to like here, nothing is as eye-popping as the other detachments it's competing with. Tallyband Summoners is the only way to mix your demons and Death Guard now, and while that gives it a unique flavor, it's up against some stiff competition. Honestly, its biggest weakness is likely the fact that it shares a codex with so many other strong detachments. It should still do reasonably well, even in competitive environments, but it doesn't have quite the same stinky sauce as the rest of the codex. If you want to see how we'd run this detachment, head over to goonhammer.com for a sample list and more. You can also support us on Patreon if you want bonus content, or you just want to say thanks. I'm also contractually obligated to tell you to windmill slam that MF subscribe button. I've been Crustpunk McScabies, and I'm pretty sure I saw Reverberent Rancidity open for the Reverend Horton Heat back in 2009. Thanks for watching.